What up, YouTube? Mindy Hops here. Basically, I just have to get something off my chest because this story plays in my head every fucking day of my life. I'm not trying to look hard. Like, I just love my St. Louis hat. I found this in the parking garage, and tunnel guy got me this at the swap meet. So, maybe I just am hard. No, but for real. I'm very big into the prison genre. Y'all know why? Because every dude I dated went to prison. I ain't proud of it. I ain't ashamed of it either. It takes a certain type of dude. Like literally, like, you know how people say they have gaydar? Like when people are gay and they're like, they gay. I don't, I have like prison gar. Like fucking, like I fly to them like a moth to a flame. I don't know. It's something about their personalities. They're some of the only dudes that can handle me. They can like speak at me. Like people speak at me, but then, I can't fuck with pussy ass dudes. Like I really fucking can't. I mean, I do, but like not like for real fuck with like respect, love, cherish. So I'm gonna talk to you about JJ Squatter Tales. It's my friend Ryan Hart. This is a very true story, very close to my soul. Like it literally fucks with me every day, guys. Like literally all my friends are dead, except for, and I would consider him a friend, Squatter Tales. He's in prison. He's like one of the only ones left, right? And I haven't talked to him. I told him when he thought he was going back, he was almost going to commit suicide because he'd already spent over 5 to 10 years in there. The dude's young, like 40. That's a long time. And then he was going to have to do 8 years. He was going to kill himself. And because he didn't want to go back. That's how bad it was. And like, thinking back, like, I'm not trying to be funny, but this dude's meth, like it wasn't his meth, but like this dude's meth was the best meth I've ever had in my life, the best in the world. It made me lose my mind till I came out here to Vegas, which really made me lose my mind. Like, I don't know if it's the Fenty meth, but like it makes you hallucinate. I hear voices. I see things that aren't happening. Like I can understand if you stay up for 4 or 5 days, but like this happens in like 3 hours out here, and that's not cool. Like, it's like the bath salts of meth out here. I thought it was going to be like the Cali meth. Like, and I'm not even out here for the meth. I'm out here to avoid the meth. And my boy Hart pushed me out here. So let me start back. When I was in 7th grade, I was sitting out listening to Goldfinger. You guys remember that ska band? With my best friend Sarah. Shout out. I lost my virginity to her big brother. We got videos on it. We got videos on all this. Rewind. So this dude was skateboarding by. Cute as a motherfucker. And his name was Bo, which is a cute name, right? And then this dude, James, he had a lot of gum action, though. Like, you get up, he's like that. But he said one of the coolest things to me. Like, I smoked my first Primo with him. Like, I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's a joint that's rolled up with, like, Coke on top. And we were high as fuck. And, like, my hair was, like... And I was always like a gangster, but like I thought I was gonna die that day. And he said, and James was like a nerd, like a straight nerd. I don't know what was going on with that situation, but like I looked at James like, and he's all nerded out, and I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna die. And he's like, my dad walked past us coming in the house home from work. It was that kind of thing. We're in like a, like build your own house type shit, $350,000 house. That was a big deal. Fucking 30 years ago in St. Louis or 20 years ago. And James looked over all gums out. He said, I'd rather die high than low. I'll never fucking forget that. Facts! I would rather die high than low. I would rather die high if I was low. I get it. Okay. So I thought Bo was cute as hell. I think in my life I've given him 2 hand jobs. I hate to say this. God, rest in peace. But no, he was like my best friend. So like he had James Gums set me up to dump me because I wouldn't fuck him. I was in like 8th grade. I ain't fucking you. Like that's just Bo. That was my best friend. And his dick was crooked. It was like, And like, I ain't fucking with that. That was weird. I never saw no shit like that. I guess it hit for other girls that I don't know about that life. I don't want to know. Ew, ew, ew. So, because he's like my brother. And I dated his big brother, breakfast guy, who's one of my loves of my life. Sorry, guys, to be so graphic. I think I'm going to have to put a warning on this video. So, anyway, years later, like, Bo and Reinhardt were so crazy. Like, I didn't understand. I was in this suburb called Fenton, which was, like, right south of, like, it was rich white people. Fucking 30 minutes south of South County. All new neighborhoods. And they all played soccer, which I hate soccer. I think soccer is gay as hell. Like, I like real sports. I like hockey where you beat the fuck out of each other and it's like fast, you know? And I remember, like, Reinhardt coming into a party where he hung around, like, a few dudes I dated. Like, I was in the Fenton track. You know, all those dudes are dead. They're all dead now. All the ones I dated. They partied hard. And I remember he came in, like, he had a little ponytail in the back, which I was like, gay. Like, he was all preppy, and he was like, bend it like Beckham. Who says that? Like, ew. Like, he meant it. So I was like, I thought he was a total fag, right? But all these dudes, like, respected him. So the only reason I respected him is because he was my buddy Bo's best friend. And, like, it was such a slippery slope. Like, I can't get you into the whole story, but I'll just tell you that, like, my buddy Hart was with the chick for fucking 10 years. And then fucking when he went to prison, breakfast guy, who's Bo's big brother, who's kind of my boyfriend, banged his old lady, right? So it was always this thing. But, like, breakfast guy supposedly was the one who got Hart hooked on that shit. And then it was just like, dude, I've never experienced shit like I did. I had to have my ex-husband pick me up once and he cussed me out all the way, but I was like, and Hart wanted me out because, like, I wasn't fucking. Like, he wanted to fuck anything, you know, like, he was just, and I was like, you're my friend, weirdo. And, like, so he was like, get out. And I was like, I'm too fucked up to drive. And, like, I had to call breakfast guy. I had to call fucking my ex. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing out here on Shaw? Google it, guys. Shout out to the 314. Dude, I was living dangerously. I was living so dangerously that, I had to get the fuck out of town. I remember I literally met, I can't make this up. I literally met Hart at a Feed My People off of Lime, which is like, they joke around and call it LeMay, like people call it Target. Like, it's just straight white trash Hoosiers. How you doing? Just meth the fuck out. Like, it's the meth town of, like, it's like Kensington, Philadelphia. Am I saying the town right? Like, but instead of zombies, it's just like meth heads. And, like, we literally had a retarded ass dude. Like, I'm not trying to, like, make jokes. Like, he was fucking retarded. Like, I met up with him and a retarded dude in a van. That's how fucking bad I needed to get high. Or I thought I did. And it was just bad. And that's how I came out here. He said, dude, get the fuck out of here, Mandy. These dudes ain't never seen shit. They never been outside. Finn, get the fuck out. Go on the mountains. Do this. Like, he used to always say stuff. Like, when him and Bo came to fucking Cali, because Bo had a relative die. And they sent all his money up in, like, fucking 5 seconds. And they would get so drunk. And Bo was, like, 90 pounds soaking wet. But he was muscular. He was athletic. But, like, he took it to the head. He'd drink a bottle. He'd headbutt. He'd piss himself. He'd shit himself. He'd start again. Like, that was my brother. I love him. We've been fucking stealing my parents' liquor since 7th grade. He'd say, sleep on your pack. Like, meaning, like, sleep on your bag. Like, you slipped on it in the front. And it's so funny because you see people walk around Vegas like that. You know what's up. Like, you're not going to get pickpocketed. Like, people don't wear their backpacks on their back. They wear them on their front if you're smart. So it got really, really bad. I called, actually, breakfast guy and said, can you pick me up? And he was like, dude, you're fucking. He's like, you got a problem. No, breakfast guy has one of the biggest problems I've ever seen in my life. When that motherfucker says you got a problem, he still said, like, if you want to come home, you got to go to rehab. What? Like, that's so fucked up. If you knew what prison or tunnel, all those guys had done, all these guys. And I ran with the boys and I didn't F them. Everybody goes, even like the Asians, like that I worked with, Filipino Mafia, shout out. I don't know. Anyway, I still have love for Filipino Mafia, but they said, you did drugs for free? I always do drugs for free. That's my problem. I don't pay for drugs. That's not a problem, but it's a problem. I've never had, and she said like, oh, they expect you to fuck, right? You fuck. Like every other guy thinks I'm fucking a dude over drugs. I've never fucked for drugs. Not once in my life. I maybe made some fake conversation and laughed at some bad jokes, but that's about as like grisly, grimy as I've gotten for drugs. I could find my own drugs. So like that's boring, you know. I'd rather just do yours. Yeah. And like allegedly in the past. So no, I mean that's what I did. And so all right. So anyway, I started going to Hearts a lot. So there was beef between him and Tunnel Guy. Ex-Tunnel Guy, sorry. There was beef between him and Breakfast Guy, Bo's big brother, my brother. Also, I don't even believe this like this. I don't believe it. But Breakfast Guy always said, like, Bo was in love with me, my best friend. Like, he loved me. And I called him one day, I was like, oh, your brother says you're in love with me. He's like, yep. But he was drunk as fuck. Like, he was on his, like, 18th shot of Fireball. He was throwing up while he talked to us. We were all on three-way. Fucking, his brother was sleeping in a barn. I couldn't make this shit up. I'm not making it up. And so, it was a weird three-way conversation. And he Breakfast Guy never wanted to disrespect his little brother, but like he wouldn't even cuddle up next to me or something if Bo was around. And I don't believe Bo ever felt like that around me. That would make me feel weird. I don't. I mean, yeah, any dude would like get it handy, but like no, like Bo was my brother. He is my brother. I love him. Rest in peace. God bless your soul. But so now I know if anybody knows Bo, let's just say this apartment right here that I'm living in right now, I had a buddy live in that I used to work with. Shout out to Prather. At Red Lobster. And one day this is just one day, I had Bo in the passenger seat. And I know how to I can't handle Bo. Nobody can handle Bo. He can't even handle himself. But I was like, hey, and this is a crucial part of the story. I said, don't give him any fucking liquor, man. He's already fucked up. So Prather, my homeboy, thought I was just being a bitch, right? So the second I turned around, he gave him the bottle. Next thing you know, we drove 30 miles south of St. Louis to swim in my parents' pool. Their $10,000 pool when we were rich. They were poor. And my dad didn't even have a phone now. I can't even call my dad. Like, that's some fucked up shit. So, anyway, they said, you got to get Bo out of here. He fucking walked into the bathroom. We had a guest house bathroom. That's how rich our pool was. And he fucking hit his head on a PVC pipe and knocked himself out. And we had just drove a fucking half hour to get there. I had to take this motherfucker all the way back. He gave me the wrong address. You know, I've actually had to pick Bo and Hart, JJ Squatter Tails, up from jail. And these motherfuckers were so fucked up. They sent me to the wrong jail. They didn't even know what jail they're in. These are my fucking homeboys. My best friends of my life. I miss them. I miss them so much. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So anyway, I had left. Hardy was on the up and up. Like he was, like I said, the best meth I think anybody ever had. Like I used to tell Breakfast Guy, you ain't got shit like this dude. Like I don't, to this day, I've never experienced anything like that. And I've been in the game 20 years. And then, but I used to call him Boseph, kind of like Joseph. I don't know why. That was just a nickname. And he was drunk as fuck. And he did not like meth. Meth, thank God. But not thank God. Because when you get really drunk, occasionally he'd be like, let's do some heroin. And I never liked it. It always made me puke. They introduced me to some I had a boyfriend, Andy, that passed away. Dude, he was a straight junkie at 20. And you wouldn't think it. He wore the Timberlands. He was a white boy, playboy, played soccer for a special league. All that gay, rich ass shit. Dead. I actually named a cat after him when we broke up when I was 20. My cat outlived him. It's pretty sad. But, A lot of people don't know my story, so I'm just putting my story out there. Take it or leave it. You know, if you're bored, you don't watch it. There's plenty of stuff out there to watch. So it's just like when stuff hits me, I'm gonna make the video. So, and it's been on my mind so much lately, and I'm thinking, damn, breakfast guy ain't calling me, and I'm not thinking like in a hookup way, but I'm like, Heart's the only one alive. I knew he watched my channel. Heart really pushed me a lot. And like, here's where I'm 50-50. So part of me is really mad because what happened is they had this black dude hook up. I know him. He was cool. He drove a black or bright blue Camaro. Like, what kind of black dude is going to fucking wild out? Like, because they are profiled in St. Louis. Hella. What kind of black dude is going to wild out in like bright blue Camaro? Like, even a white dude shouldn't do that, especially if you're a drug dealer. But this motherfucker had everything. And, like, he would, like, oh, Mandy Hops is there? He called me that. He watched my YouTube when my YouTube wasn't shit. He thought I was a shit. And, like, they got me fucked up. And I was, like, gang. But, like, sometimes they would just have, like, all kinds of, like, black hoes over there. Like, I don't even know what these bitches were doing. I was like, I ain't showing up. They'd have bonfires. It'd be 5 a.m. They'd be riding motorcycles, like, in their back lawn, like, on Arsenal. Google it. So I was like, oh, fuck, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that. I don't want to be involved. And I knew they were fucking all these fucking nasty bitches. I was like, ew. And so, I never fucking fucked Reinhardt. I did kiss him once. That was it. I didn't touch his dick. I don't think I've ever seen his dick. I've never seen his dick. I can swear by that. So anyway, they had gone to a hotel. They'd already been kicked out of 3 hotels. There's this one in the south side that's really ghetto. Everybody just goes there to like do drugs and fucking hookers. And like the casinos are real gritty, like because everything's a casino out here. I mean, it's still gritty, but like back home, like where it's not a casino town and you're in a casino, like So Bo got kicked out. He went walking around. He passed out in some random person's room, pissing. They kicked him out. Like, the cops came and they told Hart to take him back. And he wanted some Ron, and fucking, they called this black dude over, and he died. They fucking stole his car. He just had a little son, and he was a great dad. He was a fucking great dad. He was on the outs with this old lady at the time, and he fucking OD'd, and, like, he loved her. He loves you. I'm going to send this to you. He loves you. He always loves you, Shauna. Like, he spoke nothing but good of you. He didn't like how your kids talk to you, but other than that, he loved you. And we all know how he is, you know? And so, so he died. They found him dead. And they took everything. And so here's the thing. You have one person that's on methamphetamines, Hart. So he's like, blah, blah, blah. People on heroin and meth do not like to hang out. Let me tell you why. Because people on heroin are like, and it's like, dude, and like the meth heads are going stir crazy. And to be fair, my brother Bo was always passing out. Like, anyway, because like, you know, he didn't drink like a little bit at a time. Like, I don't even understand. Like, if I drank like Bo did, I wouldn't even like drinking, you know? Like, if I took a bottle of the head, passed out, shit myself, fucking did it again. Like, dude, that sounds like a terrible time. Like, I'm good. I'm drink. Do you have a mocktail? Like, literally. And so, old boy left. He just was fresh out of prison. He had been fucking, like, one of his other, the bitch that breakfast guy fucked, whatever. So he's like, I'm going to leave out Bo died. In a way, we all kind of hold it personally against Hart. Because, like, Bo was in his hands. But here's the thing. Bo was in our hands our whole life since 7th grade. Bo was in our hands. And so he's like, I can't take Bo all the time. Like, you know how Bo is. Like, so I give him that. Because I know it to a T. But at the other hand of it, what makes me mad is when Bo died, did Hart reach out to me and call me personally? He should have. Because we were in the top 3. Like, we were the trio of friends. And then I had to hear it from Breakfast Guy. Breakfast Guy said, are you sitting down? I have it on video. I have all these videos. I can line them up if you guys give a shit. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, Bo's dead. It was right after Red Hot Box left. I was in a bad state of mind. Trash had just beat my ass. I was a little coked up from the tiki bar. Like, it wasn't good, dude. It wasn't good. And he's like, yeah, dude. He's dead. And I think about that dude every day. Such a good day. He really was. This was just a fucked up weekend where fucked up shit happened. Like, he wasn't tweaking on the. He wasn't that guy. He wasn't. He cleaned his life. I mean, he was always an alcoholic, but So, I had met some of the sketchiest people in this like last month of my life where I left there. And I mean, we were doing weird shit, like just tweaker shit. Bo died. Now Hardy's in prison. He's the only one still alive. I mean, Breakfast Guy's alive, but he ain't calling. So that means two things. It means he's fucked up. He's fucked up. I mean, he calls even when he's fucked up, but like he's in love with like some tweaker broad at the time. He's like me. he falls in tweaker love every like 6 months. Yeah, but he's the tweaker. No, they're both tweakers. You know what I'm saying. So me and Hart were actually real good friends, and if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. And I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse or a lesson. I'm trying to learn every day. I know this is a long video, guys. I'm trying to explain to you. Bo's son is a little badass. That motherfucker is 3 years old. He's going off fucking bike ramps. He's fucking playing soccer. I don't like soccer, but you know, that's what his daddy did. You know, he's wearing the same little Adidas. Like, so it's very hard for me. And I wonder, like, you know, because I know guys have phones in prison. Like, because, like, Hart's like, I'm not going to reach out to you for commissary. Because I was like, I'll put money on your books. Like, don't kill yourself. Like, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? And, he's like, no, I don't fuck with anybody when I'm there. I just do my time. And, like, so now I figure he'd probably get off for good behavior. God knows what he's done in there. I mean, he's probably being pretty good. I mean, I don't know. So now it's going on 3 years. It was a 10-year sentence. And, you know, when you get in trouble for the same charges you've been in before, I think about him every day. And Hart, if you're watching this, shout out to you guys. Shout out to my prison boy. I kind of hope he does steal a phone. You know, fucking pops on his ass and sees a Mandy Hobbs video. Because I love you, Hart. It took me a long time. I really did blame him for Bo's death. But when you think about it, no, nobody could have stopped that. Nobody could have stopped that but Bo. And Bo couldn't stop. I get it. So, prayers for Bo. Prayers for Hart. I just want to let you guys know what's on my mind. Like, this is what I deal with every day. Like, one of my only, and I would consider a friend, one of my only friends that is alive is in prison. He wanted to come out with me. I said, you can't. I said, it's my journey. I have to do it alone. And I am sure the fuck doing it alone, ain't I? He would have beat all these dudes' asses. Trash. Fucking. All these dudes back home. Trash. Tongue guy. They wouldn't have lasted 2 days around me. And I don't have these boys anymore. You know, like, I like to think I'm so tough, but thinking back, I had a whole crew of dudes looking out for me. I mean, we were all drug addict, fucking raging alcoholics, fucking troublemakers. So, like, were they trying to keep me out of trouble? No. But any one of these dudes popped off, they'd be gone. They wouldn't even be an issue. So, Hart, if you watch this, Hardy, I love you. And I don't blame you for Bo's death anymore. This is the first time I've said this since, like, he died. All right. I love you guys. Deuces.